you gonna start Koth? Or do you want to play it? Sorry.
You can start the cards along.
So I'll invite you, and I'll then put in AFK, and then I'll take my cue from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, we are live. This is FGC Africa. Your host Charlie Wolf tonight, bringing you the Fatal Four, South Africa, to take on the kind of Mortal Kombat Africa right now. So at the helm, at the very top of everything, we've got Killjoy, waiting to find out who his opponent is going to be. And tonight, because there was a little bit of an issue with regards to his actual opponent not being able to make it tonight, we've decided that the four best South African PS4 players under the sun are going to take to the tournament, battle it out in a fatal four, and the last man standing is going to earn his chance to take on AI Killjoy in the Mortal Kombat 11 Combat Africa Finals. Guys, I hope you guys are doing extremely well. We are going to get the stream link sent to you guys shortly, and I can only guarantee you guys that tonight is going to be an absolutely fantastic show of pure, unadulterated African Mortal Kombat 11 action. Guys, tonight I'm joined by the one, the only, King of the North,
Yes.
Mr. Lebo himself. Lebo, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing real well, Charlie. I'm really excited for tonight. Like you already mentioned, this is a big fight night. This is a fatal four-way. This is where we are getting the best of South Africa's talent to go, against, the number one Khan, the number one king of Mortal Kombat right now in Africa, and that's AI Killjoy, who's probably, doing one of two things tonight, Charlie. He's probably going to be, watching this match to see keenly who's going to be his contender, or he's probably going to be watching Dexter's Lab, taking some time off, getting his mind to reset and relax. Before his big title shot next week, Tuesday.
Well, I think it's going to be a fantastic tournament tonight, guys. So I just want to make sure that everybody is tuned in. I'm actually just linking into the live stream myself just to make sure that the chat is going, because before I get the highlight of the beginning of the evening underway, what I want to make sure of is there's enough people out there to actually witness what's about to take place, because we've got four absolutely fantastic contestants here tonight. Lebo, we've got the one and only Lai 333, better known as Shogun.
Okay, we got the pun in the building. Okay.
You can't mention Mortal Kombat South Africa without mentioning Shogun. So he's here tonight. We've also got I Am Grooty.
I'm Groot. I'm Grooty.
There is a bit of a theory going on right now in terms of somebody called Take My Throw _ZA, but I'm not sure if the theory is true. But I've heard through the grapevine that might just be I Am Grooty.
He's got a Heidi account. That's what he has.
That's what he has.
That Heidi account.
Speaking of Heidi, there is somebody has been dishing out quite a few hidings, and that is Z the janitor. He's going to be joining us tonight as well. Z the janitor.
Oh my gosh.
And I
brought his mop.
Only imagine that there's going to be a couple of mobs here tonight, and more importantly, there's going to be a bit of Fujin running around on the screen as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing Z in action tonight. And then finally, to make up the fatal four, we've got, as Destroyer would say it himself, what is a Bartness? Mr. Will Bartness is in the building tonight, Lebo.
Oh my goodness. So we got the Aaron Black specialist, if I remember correctly from memory. Uncle Will, Big Will hiding. So I guess he's ready to bring on the pain with his big size 12 Texas boots and, make his name known today in the Fatal 4-Way.
Absolutely. And, I think there's no better way to start the evening than to put my sound effects on my phone off, first of all. And
that would help. That would help.
Absolutely. And then to see that there are, let's see, there are about 13 Africans in chat right now. 13 Africans right now. I have got some feedback that I just need to try and up the level of my mic just a little bit. So
sure. I think mine was too loud, but I'm just going to ask the team right now, those in chat, how's my mic right now? How's my sound? Is that better?
I'm not sure if the sound that I'm hearing is the same that they're going to be hearing on that side, Lebo. So
okay,
maybe
great.
Just hear from somebody in the chat if...
my input apparently is way too loud, although I've dropped it down to about 10%. I'm going to take it all the way down to about 3, and hopefully this works.
Let's just
Do this in Discord.
if I have any settings on
1,
my
2,
side
1,
that I
2.
can play around with.
Sure.
Okay, I think I've figured out what the issue is.
Okay.
So let me do that. And
Yeah, apparently I'm too loud, and Wolfgang is like soup slow. So, yeah.
I think I've fixed it now. So guys, just let me know in the chat if it is sorted out now. I think I've found the issue. Okay, so if I can just get somebody from the chat before we get into the live draw to see who's going to be facing who. Okay, sounding like single scream. Charlie, much better. Okay, Sheldon, thank you so much for the feedback, guys.
What about me? How's my voice? Is it okay now? I don't want to be screaming because I'm going to be excited here.
Okay, you see the guys already asking who's playing first.
Okay,
Charlie
damn,
is
let's
now
get into
audible. Okay, so if somebody in the chat can just let us know if Lebo is sounding good enough for the stream to go ahead. I don't want somebody's voice to get lost here because there is going to be a whole lot of hype happening tonight. I can guarantee you that.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm ready to jump out the window from all this hype. You know, I'm ready to jump off my balcony. I'm so excited for the matchups. Man, I can't wait.
Well,
apparently I'm still too loud.
I'll close my balcony door. Okay, guys, so let me just start off by saying the following. As you can see on screen right now, you've got 2 frames, which is obviously due to have 2 cameras in there. Unfortunately, we had all sorts of issues with Skype and Discord and all those things, so we're just going to try to keep it old school. You're going to see my ugly mug here, but you know, Lebo, don't get everybody too excited. He's going to stay AFK for now. But guys, his voice is going to be here. He's going to be bringing the hype alongside me tonight. So guys, we're going to have an absolutely fantastic evening. Okay, so as you can see here, Lebo, if you look on the screen right now, you'll see that I've got in my hand 4 pieces of paper. I don't know whose names are on this paper.
Right.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be drawing names to find out who's going to be the first opponents to take each other on tonight.
Got it.
Okay, so...
You need a drum roll? A drum roll for you?
Drum roll, you can do it. You can do it even if it's with your own little voice box that you've got there. You know, bring it on.
Okay. So here we go. Drum roll for our first contenders tonight for the Fatal 4-Way that we're going to be launching out on stream for our contender versus Killjoy is...
Let's see who we have here. We've got... LAI 333. Shogun himself is in match number 1. Shogun,
so we got
if you can hear, that's you. You are taking part in match number 1, and your opponent for the evening is going to be... Mr. Grooty. I am Grooty.
I am Groot. Don't leave the chat, please. Just get out. Just get out, Chando. Thanks for coming. Go get your Kung Lao hat. Go get your flawless block rod on. Just get out of here. Get ready because this is gonna be hype. Bring on the fire. I can't wait to see Tando in action. As you know, Charlie, he's one of my favorite players to watch. So I think it's gonna be really exciting as he goes up against Lei.
Well, I think it's going to be a fantastic match. I mean, these guys have been playing over the last couple of weeks in their different matches for quite some time now. And I mean, the performances that these guys put on week in, week out has been absolutely phenomenal, Lebo. So for them, for everybody to see them going up against each other to start off tonight's proceedings, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. This is a 1st to 5 setting throughout.
Yes.
It's a single elimination format. So if you lose, you say goodbye.
That's it. Charlie, we can't afford mercies. We can't afford friendships. We can't afford any of that stuff tonight. What we want to see is brutalities. We want to see fatalities. We want to see them putting on their best foot forward because, if they slip up, that's it. It's a wrap.
Well, I think for both of these guys, I think one thing they are going to be hoping for is that they don't slip up. If you can just go AFK, Lebo, before these guys get into the lobby.
Yes. Let me do that right now. Okay, I'm in AFK.
Okay, so we're just waiting for these guys to get into the lobby. What's going to happen is we're going to have Tando going up against Brandon. I am Grooty going up against Shogun, aka LAI 333. So we're just waiting for these guys to join us into the lobby so we can get tonight's action underway. Lebo, I don't know about you, but I am excited AF.
And I'm pumped. I've got no words to describe tonight except that I am pumped. I mean, this is a fatal four-way of our best going at it. And, you know, like you said already, these guys have been prepping. They play regularly, so they know each other in and out. So we're waiting to see tech. We're waiting to see combos. We're waiting to see brutalities. We're waiting to see armor break. I mean, it's going to be all over the show, Charlie. I mean, I don't know what these guys have in store for us, but I know it's going to be one hell of a show.
I do know that you know, some of the guys in the streaming scene, guys like Art Department, have kind of already been forecasting or assuming who's going to be played in tonight's Fatal Four. But you know what? I'm expecting the unexpected. Yes. You know, we expect Brandon to come out with a Johnny Cage or with a Liu Kang. We expect Thunder to come out with a Frost or something to that effect. We expect Z the Janitor to come out with his Eternal Garrus. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Robocop on screen tonight, if we see a Shiva on screen. No Sindels, guys. We're going to get the hype going about the screaming happening here again. I don't want to see Sindel tonight, please.
I don't want to see no mirrors, but I'm going to tell you what, though, Charlie. I'm excited to see, you know, some of our DLC characters, like you said. And like we saw last week, you know, Z the Janitor has Fujin already in pocket, so we know that he could probably bust that out, and we've got, potentially Shiva, who's been said to be one of the best DLC characters. She might come out, or and like you said right now, we might get a zoning character in the form of RoboCop. I know in your stream last week in the Sword series, we had mirror matches with them, or the week before. So, I'm all excited to see all of these characters come through.
Well, you know what? I think irrespective of which characters we're going to see on screen tonight, there's going to be absolute excitement. There's going to be pandemonium happening here right now.
Oh, my goodness. Goodness. I'm going to ask you, Charlie, do you think it's going to be an upset tonight? Who do you think? Who's in your top two as a bet? Who's in your top two for the final shot? Who do you think is going to end up being versus?
If I were to put my house on it, I would probably say that it's going to be Shogun going up against Z in the finals, but I'm sure that Tando and Will Bartness will have something to say about that.
I'm pretty sure they will.
And we are just waiting for these guys to join us in the Koth lobby.
Yes.
I see here in chat, Shogun has mentioned that he is joining. We're just waiting for him.
And then we're also waiting for
I am Grooty. So I don't know if these guys are just, meditating where they are and just getting everything aligned in preparation for what's going to be an epic first to five set between probably two of South Africa's most accomplished players.
Absolutely. Tando is probably just right now at the Order of Light at the Shaolin Temple, getting his hat ready. He's taking that long walk back here, to just plug in and just show us what he's got. Lay, I'm pretty sure he's taking a break from Apex and has decided, what, let me establish myself once again. He is going to try and reclaim his throne, his Khan, his kinghood all over again in MK11. So this is going to be some sort of a fest. I see Lay's just joined in, so I guess we're waiting for Tando to put on his hat and jump into this thing.
We are waiting for Tando, yes. Guys in the chat, let's hear from you guys. What is your prediction for this particular match between LAI 333 and I'm Grooty? I'm sure we've got quite a few supporters of show here. I see some Groot supporters coming in through as well in chat. So I think this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Thunder saying he hasn't been invited yet. Lebo, if you can just send an invite out to Grooty again. He might have just not got the previous one.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me send it out to him right now.
Should an Injustice character be DLC in MK11? Well, there's already an Injustice character in the form of Joker. But you know what? This cross-platform, cross-universe rather, or I'm not a big fan of it. I didn't like Sub-Zero and Raiden in Injustice 2. I must be honest with you. I absolutely love Joker in Mortal Kombat. I just think he's a perfect fit. But, at the moment I think they're going to do a little bit too much if they're going to introduce another character from Injustice. So let's just keep it Mortal Kombat or some guest characters, but no more Injustice. Harley Quinn, absolutely not. Gosh, Only reason I'd like to see Holly.
Keep that heifer away. We don't need her.
No,
we really got her in the form of Cassie reincarnated. And I'm going to echo your sentiments as well. And I'm going to say, you know what? I 100% agree with you, Charlie. I didn't like that mashup with MK8, which was a bit of a flop, to be honest. And I think that was that DC versus Mortal Kombat, which I just don't think it worked. And that's why MK had to go back and just revisit it in MK9 again and just do another reboot of it because that crossover didn't work too well. So I don't think I also want to see any Injustice characters. Oh, Groots inside in Mortal Kombat. But anyway, let's not talk about Injustice. Today is about MK11, and we have two of our contenders for our first night match. We've got I Am Grooty, we've got Show, going at it, and like you said, it's a 1-5 single elimination. Whoever does not make it tonight will be going home. So it's everything on the line, and as predicted, Grooty has put on his Shaolin Monk style from the Order of the Light. All the great Kung Laos from Mortal Kombat 2 are coming in to embody Grooty with the Order of Light technique. Lei picking Cassie, which I believe was an MK9 favorite, so I see that he's picked her up all over again. To go against Grooty's V2 Kung Lao.
V2 indeed, and I think we've got a V3 Cassie Cage, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Yep.
No, this is V2. I believe this is V2. V3 is Soup's OD. I think that's the one, right? I think the one she has over here is a V2 Cassie.
Let's just double
check. Am I right or wrong?
No, it is
Soup's
V3.
OD. It is V3. Yep, it is V3.
Okay, and already we're seeing grab techs in the opening exchanges of this first round here. Lau with that very annoying down 3, but Cassie seemed ready for that right now.
She did indeed, and you know what? He's gonna punch Kung Lao's nuts, and you don't know, Kung Lao coming from the bonk, he's probably already a eunuch, so he's got his balls cut off. Not sure he's gonna feel anything there, but as you can see, Cassie's already firing away at the bullets. Groot trying to find a way in at the moment, Charlie, and he's got it in the form of a grab, which is one of Kung Lao's tools, basically. I mean, I know everyone's gonna grab, but Kung Lao uses and spams throws a lot more than any other character, in my opinion.
I think you're 100% correct there. We see it yet again now. Cassie being grabbed into the corner with a crushing blow, kind of leveling that life and the fatal blow to finish off that first round. You know what? If the resources are going to be there for you to use to finish off a round, why not?
Use them. You know what? In this sort of instance, I would use anything and everything, from crushing blows to armor break to fatal blows to take that round, because like we said, this is a 1-5. You're putting everything on the line here, and Grooty is showing us exactly why that is so. Cassie trying to jump in the air, Charlie, and again he's next Cassie, and I'm not so sure if Lei is too familiar with this match, or is he trying to press buttons and catching and Grooty's catching him out on it.
I'm not too sure. I mean, I haven't seen this is actually the first time I see Lai pulled out this particular variation of Cassie, so I think he might have wanted to get his opponent, whoever his opponent might have been tonight, might have get him by surprise. But knowing Grooty, he probably prepared for this matchup just in case.
I can see right now, so Cassie didn't quite confirm off that hit combo, so I think he might be onto something. I don't know if Lei had the right variation for this character, or he's still just trying to get into frames with it. I see Grooty also drop the combo as well, so I guess both of these characters are just trying to fill each other out on the nerves, and Grooty finishes off with a brutality to establish his #1 win.
Well, that's a sign of the hype to come tonight, guys. So we've got 30 Africans in chat right now. We've just witnessed I Am Grooty take the first game over Lai 333, or Shogun as he's better known. So Grooty meaning business here right now, and I think everybody who's supporting Lai 333 right now is probably thinking, he's come up against Grooty.
What just happened?
Somebody already gave him a 10 respect for the brutality, so Grooty meaning business here tonight, Lebo, and I got a feeling has his work cut out for him here. He's gone with the Cassie pick again.
Okay, so he's gonna stick with Cassie. So obviously he's seen something in the match that we haven't seen. He's probably just selling his nerves right now, getting all his tech from Special Forces. Probably had a talk with Mama Blade and Johnny Cage. They had a team huddle, family huddle. Says, listen, if you're gonna beat Kung Lao, this is what you need to do. So he's gonna go straight back into the matchup, Charlie. And maybe, like I said, he's seen something that we haven't seen. But Grooty now will probably be better settled knowing that he's got 1 win in the back of his pocket, 4 more to go. Lai looking to try and equalize that.
And already starting off with the amplified orbiting hat, getting 103 damage, followed by 140, and I mean, in double quick time, Lai's almost at half-life again.
That's it. That's Kung Lao though. With Kung Lao, one touch is death. I mean, this man, he hits you and it's a wrap. 50% of your life is gone. And just like he said right now, 60% already gone just from chipping, throwing, and his orbiting hat, which does so much damage. Ooh, had to break away from that. And really an opportunity for armor break. But Cassie replying back with the ball break, which is a signature cage move. 1-800 cage your nuts is here. Oof. There she goes with the gunshots.
I must be honest with you, I'm looking at Kung Lao getting his ass handed to him right now, but the hat that he's wearing, absolutely fantastic little piece of gear there as Cassie closes this particular round. I'm sure that's going to do death level. Yeah, that's going to kill him.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's 54% damage for your troubles. Thank you, sir, for coming. Thank you for letting me break your nuts. So here she is, resetting the round again. And Grooty now, having to shake that off, starts chucking his weapon that's ahead. And oh my gosh, I think that's disrespectful. Did she just throw a dead monk at a monk? That's not right. That is not what this is supposed to be about. So Kung Lao clearly pissed off. He's going to start getting it, trying to get in. But I can see that Lei has now picked up the zoning in order to keep him away from it. You probably doesn't want to engage too close into Grooty at the moment for reasons like you've just seen right now. And Grooty with his own, projectile, trying to keep Cassie away at bay, and amplifies the hats as well. So now he's got no resources, as you can see at the bottom of his bar, and Grooty's going to go in for another throw.
That's about his fourth throw, and I don't think we've seen, besides the very opening exchange of game number one, we haven't seen one throw get ticked. So
not at all.
Mixing it up quite nicely here with the throws, back throw, forward throw, loading up crushing blows, and I think he did exactly what he needed to close out that second round.
Absolutely.
I think this might be an important round, this one, because psychologically for Lai, if he goes down in this game, he's down in but 2 games in a 1st to 5 setting, which is not a favorable position for anybody to be in, and I think he's going to do very well to actually get himself into the set here, because Grooty in a life lead in this round number 3, and he's not letting off anytime soon, because Grooty's going in for the kill right now.
He is. He's going with the staggers. Grooty just sacrificed a KB as well right now. I don't know if that's going to be a mistake, as Lai prepares his comeback. And at this point, it's only a master. But Grooty's going to be sure to try and check him. And Charlie, what you said is correct. This round is going to be a big psychological round. If Grooty can establish himself after this win, and Lai doesn't want to go down 2 games. Ooh, could have thrown, and he does. Brutality coming in, and that's it. Smashes Cass's head again. He says, go back to your family, go back to cage. That's going to be a closed casket funeral. Special forces are not going to have her face open during that funeral. Kung Lao with the Order of Light, and all the great Kung Laos just, hovering right behind him. Grooty must be feeling himself, must be feeling good. Lei probably has to go back to the drawing board, take a couple of seconds to think about this, and reevaluate how he's going to approach Grooty.
I think, to be fair to Shogun, that was a very close match, that second game. So even though it didn't go Grooty's way, I don't see any rush in actually going for another character pick. I mean, he's got so many to choose from. And as we see, he's gone directly to Cassie again. He said, you know what? I was put into a close casket right now, but I'm like the Undertaker. I've risen from the dead. I'm back here in game number 3. And hopefully this time around, with the Sonya outfit, ready to give Kung Lao a piece of his own medicine.
Okay. So, Charlie, this is interesting. So he's moved on from the daughter to mom. Oh, okay. He's got the Sonya outfit. So maybe he's trying to channel the spirit of Sonya. I am surprised that he's gone for this pick, though. I personally wouldn't have gone for this after losing twice. I probably would have gone back to my character board and kind of selected and see something. But again, Charlie, that's the reason why you and I are commentating in this Fatal 4. These guys know what they're doing, and they probably, see something again that we can't see. So maybe the change of costume might help.
Maybe. I'm not sure if there was even a change of costume, if we just weren't looking at the costume, but either way, again, that throws us seem to be putting in the work here for Grooty right now.
Oh, absolutely. And that's not, and again, she's trained a robot to hit nuts. I mean, this Cage family knows no respect. Really does. Grooty coming in with the KB, crashing it out at 33%. I think he could have gone a little bit more off that, Charlie. Maybe he was waiting for the break, and that's what he was anticipating. But Lei making his comeback now, again with another nuts crashing blow. Not crashing blow, but a special move. And I think he's going to try and close this out with his bullets. Grooty having none of that and closing in the distance to make sure. And again, Grooty with another throw, which again, Charlie, you said that is not being teched at all. I haven't seen him getting teched. It's been 9,000 throws, and Grooty's just been getting them all in, except for that one.
Okay, so Light doing what he needed to do there to close out that round, and I'm hoping he's going to take this momentum in. I think for his sake, he's thinking, okay, I've established a little bit of momentum here, Lebo. Let's try to close out this particular match, get the score back to within 1, and let's see where it goes to from there. This is a first to 5 setting, so you know, anything is possible here.
You can see some button drops already coming from Grooty. I don't know if he's panic like trying to, you know, use that special low move, and again a crushing blow to take out his nuts. He's definitely a eunuch. He's not having any kids. That's it, you know.
No, he's done. He's done.
Clearly failed the first time round. That's it. I think he's gonna close this out. Okay, fighting back. Real Master. Grooty might have some juice. Here's another throw. This is 9,001. Lay doesn't check it. Goes in the sky. Okay. The other throw is that in to make sure he can try and check Lay, but that's not working for him. Grooty trying very hard to try and close this out. Again, this is 9,002 throws inside here. And it looks like Charlie, he's gonna try and a throw and an escape fail. So I think he's gonna crush and blow loaded as well. And that is it. That is 9,500 throws, and Grooty closes it out. Clearly, Kung Lao is a master, and Grooty is channeling that Kung Lao spirit right now. Catching him there with that spinning hat. That hat is so effective. It shuts out so many options and gives Kung Lao so many options as well. Uses the KB in this round as well to break her back. I mean, he's really just learned from Bane. I mean, her back is taking a beating today. And you know, and Lay hasn't taken a single throw just yet. But look, I see some life coming back from Lay here in this round. I see he's trying to make his comeback over here. It's going to be very important for him to establish himself in this round, but Grooty's having none of that. He tried the armor break move, but as you know, if you're too low, the armor break doesn't work. Lay, I think, this could be death.
That's it. He's gotten himself back into this one, Lebo, and I think that was probably the best thing that Lay could have done. Game number 3, halfway through the set, he thought if he's not going to take this game, he's going to have an uphill battle to climb. And I mean, you know what? Big ups to Lay there. He kept his composure, and it looked like he was going to lose it at the end. But he kept his composure, and he closes out that game number 3. He's now within 1 game of Grooty.
Yeah,
and
that's an important place to be, right? Especially this thing over here. I mean, you don't want to be behind. You don't want to lag too far off. Grooty is still comfortable. You know, he can kind of flex his position out. But so far, Kung Lao is working very well right now against Cassie. So he just probably needs to be a little bit more composed. And Grooty's going to stick with Kung Lao, and why not? It's been working well so far. That hat is doing damage. The throws are doing damage. Grooty is doing damage, and it's good to see that Lay has managed to pull one back. Let's see how well he adapts in the rest of this matchup.
Well, Grooty hasn't gone for any character swap either, so I think this is probably what we're going to be seeing for the rest of the set, Cassie versus Kung Lao.
Oh, yeah, for sure, definitely. And I don't see why either characters need to change. They're playing really well with both of them. And Grooty, got his snuff out, but got whiffed and got hit in the nuts for it. So clearly, he got his balls replaced after this match. So again, Grooty comes in with the hat, try to capitalize after, but I think a little bit too slow. Cassie really just weighing down on that move. Kung Lao trying to find a way in, and he does with the staggers. Ooh, that gets punished, unfortunately, with another ball buster. Cassie goes in for the low move. Grooty again with the signature throw. Like I said, this is one of Kung Lao's greatest tools. Hopefully, we'll see at some point, Lay try and take these throws and probably, remove one of Grooty's great tools at the moment. And again, another ball buster. And, Grooty trying to find his way in. He does have Fatal Blow loaded, so he might try and, use this as a combo. Kung Lao does have the touch of death, so at this point, this is pretty wise from Lay to probably try and weigh down his health with zoning.
Oh, this opened up.
And that is it.
Not gonna kill.
It won't. It's gonna bring him really close. I'm gonna estimate at least about 100 damage left on the table, but let's see. That does 37, so doesn't have too much to go. Brings out the hat. Smart move. Might go for a throw. Doesn't take the flying kick, but gets hit with a throw instead. Takes that.
Well,
Kung
that
Lao.
was very
Take some of
clever
your
from,
back.
from Shogun there, because Grooty's been depending on these throws for basically all 3 games so far. And I don't think he was necessarily expecting Lai to go for the throw there. And that's exactly what he used to close out that particular round.
Ooh.
Hits him in the nuts yet again. I mean, gosh.
Yeah, gosh, that is it. You know, and Kung Lao, that is it for you, buddy. There'll be no more great Kung Laos after this. That is it. You know, his nuts are spent, his balls have been broken so many times, and Kung Lao is pissed. I mean, oh, did you see that armor break move? Oh yeah, I think he tried to attempt it. So, you know, that's one of Kung Lao's great tools. But, you know, again, you know, that probably needs a little bit of revisiting, because if you're too low, the armor break move doesn't work. Grooty fighting in hard, and man, he is pissed. He's taking Cassie back into the corner. Oh, and I think he's just cashed out on this.
Yeah,
I think this is it. This is dead.
That is dead.
Oh, damn.
Well, this is Mortal Kombat 11 for you, Lebo, because, you know, seconds ago we were talking about Grooty being in a 2-game-to-0 lead, and suddenly Cassie's saying, you know what, let me take some selfies. Hopefully take some selfies of her hands as well, because that hands is kind of lathered in Kung Lao's nut juice right now. And you know what, the better way to say, you know what, I'm tired of eating your nuts to a pulp. Let's be friends. Let's go into match number 5 on even footing, and let's see where the set is going to go. But, you know, like I was saying, Lebo, moments ago we were talking about Grooty being in a 2-0 lead. Suddenly it's 2 apiece.
Leveled up.
That's Mortal Kombat for you. That's Mortal Kombat for you. Unpredictable.
You know,
and let's see.
And they got so much, Charlie, in terms of comeback factor in Mortal Kombat. They got so many tools that you can use as a comeback factor in this, which makes it pretty exciting. So you're right, this is Mortal Kombat. And, you know, like you said, Lei was down 2-0, but now it's 2-2. So I think they're going to stick with the same characters. Yep. Staying variations. And why not, you know? But now, you know, they are leveled. So Lei's kind of brought that back to 0-0. They've got 3 more games to go. And at this point, Charlie, it's the first to 3.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that will actually do both players the world of good if they actually just say, okay, you know what? Never mind what happened in the last 4 games. It's 0-0. Let's see who gets to 3 first, because I think it's going to alleviate a lot of pressure from both these guys. And Lebo, we've just hit the 40 mark in chat.
Man, I can't believe it.
Africans watching the Fatal 4. Absolutely great.
This is awesome. This is amazing. So they've started off, and, you know, Grooty again with the signature hat, you know, trying to bait out Lei, trying to bait out a whiff attack. Lei going for his guns. And I think both of these players at this point, Charlie, are both settled. They're both comfortable. The nerves are gone. And now they're just fighting it out. You know, I believe the first 2 matches were warm-up. The first 4 matches were warm-up. You know, they've got into their system, and now they're ready to fight it out.
There we see the first tick, really. The first meaningful tick, rather, being done there by Shogun. And I think...
Oh, he's tired.
I think he's kind of downloaded Grooty right now, because as things stand, he's got Grooty in the corner. He's mixing him up there with lows, bit of staggers, some corner pressure. Grooty trying to fight his way out here, but Lai just keeping him exactly there, feeling the nutsack yet again. Goes for the forward grab, closes that round. Lai means business. Oh, he doesn't close it just yet. Cool.
No, he doesn't. But Grooty does mean business by capitalizing out. This could be death.
No, it's not. I think he probably has about 50 life points left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Grooty could go for the spin head and teleport so that he's got and teleport. No, he does not. He goes for the kick. Very smart move. He thought he's conditioned Lai to think that he's going to throw, and that's why he went for the kicks.
Well, I think I just experienced a bit of commentator's curse there, because just before that closing exchange there, I said Lau closed the round. And
yes, you did.
So, you know what? That's Mortal Kombat for you. I'm not going to make any apologies tonight, Lebo. That's Mortal Kombat for you.
No. Absolutely not, and you shouldn't. And you know, Grooty back with these throws. This is definitely take my throws. This is take my throws. Everything he does is all throws tonight, you know. But by any means possible is where we say, oh, and he texts, you know, Lai's throws. You will not throw me, sir. Please unhand me. And Grooty back in there with a vicious combo. And I think, Charlie, he's gonna close this out with another brutality. Oh my goodness! I'm telling you, the Cage family cannot be happy about this. It's another closed casted funeral, Kung Lao waving his hand in the air, telling him that, you know, that is why he's the best.
Well, the game before this, funny enough, they were playing they were fighting in the Special Forces desert stage.
Yes,
and
that's
Cassie
what they had
obviously
before.
took that with the home ground advantage. She's now come to Kano's place, And obviously she's hated by everybody there. So I think we see every reason there as to why Cassie went down in that particular match.
You know, the Black Dragon is ready to scoop up her body, ready to take whatever tech she's got on it. You know, Kano's behind it. You know, Cabal's probably there. Movado, he's probably, you know, Jarek, Kai. You know, they're all ready, you know, to strip apart, you know, Cassie's body and try and get the technology from her. And like you said, they hate her out there, so that's probably why she lost. But she did win at the Special Forces Desert Command. So
Let's see where
you
they're
know,
going to now. It looks like they're going.
oh, Goro's lair.
Oh, okay. So,
but. So Kung Lao did defeat Goro at some point. Did he defeat Goro? No, that was Liu Kang, right? Okay, still cousins, but you know it works. The Shaolin always triumph.
Well, let's see if you're correct there with that. I think
yeah, let's see what happens.
Change in attire, I can tell you that much. I don't see that red orbiting at.
No. I'm quite surprised Grooty didn't capitalize on that first hat combo, but you know, I guess, you know, like I said, this is why we're on the other side. These guys clearly know what they're doing. And Grooty comes in there to cut off that anti-air. Lei going back to blow the, you know, bullets off. Oh, and another. That cannot be healthy for anyone. Doesn't matter how many times. That was a sweet conversion you played. That ball break move, I'm telling you, is working overtime as much as the throws are.
I think both fighters are just about an even life now as Grooty slowly takes a slight lead here, Lebo. Goes for a teleport, which is the first time we've seen that entire set so far. Goes for the grab this time, but unfortunately pays the price. Gets a combo into a fatal blow. That's definitely going to do.
That's it.
Let me not say definitely. Okay, definitely.
Definitely. 45%. Yeah, that's definitely going to do it.
Coming.
And I see, you know, Lei may be adapting to the throw. She micro ducked that throw and went straight for the combo. And Grooty might mess up with Grooty's mind right now or not. You know, we can only tell and see. And again, just checks him in the nuts and throws that low bomb, you know, to just keep Grooty grounded. And if he does jump in, gives him an option to anti-air. Grooty throws away all his resources, so he's now got nothing on the board right now. And he pays for it with no nuts one more time.
Okay, again, the empty jumping into the forward grab. Grooty trying to fight back here, has a mountain to climb, unfortunately.
Yes.
Is that unsafe? That looked a little bit unsafe, but Grooty didn't capitalize on a punish there.
I don't know why he did that. Oh my gosh, he had a again. You know, Grooty had a KB loaded with that. You know, he got the counter, he got the punish. He could have closed that match out. You know, with his fatal blow also loaded as well. Man, I think this is gonna go only again. This is gonna be pretty close, but I think Grooty, if he can bring it back, and he's dead. He can't. That's it. You know, we're sending him back to the Shaolin. Liu Kang is gonna. That's it. You know, a wrap. He's gonna carry his Shaolin brother's body back. You know, they're gonna go into another huddle, try and speak to the Order of Light. You know, and try and speak to the great Kung Laos, and we'll see if Grooty will pick up Kung Lao one more time for the next match.
I'm sure he will. Lebo, I think, like I said earlier in this match, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cassie versus Kung Lao for the duration of the set.
Yeah, neither would I.
Any character here is in the ascendancy. Both players showing that this is anybody's game. So
absolutely.
I don't think we're going to see any change in character. I think as Grooty is kind of just taking a couple of seconds to think about it. He's now made up his mind. He's gone back for the King Lao. He's gone back to Goro's lair. 47 Africans in chat right now watching this epic title shot really unfolding. Absolutely. Killjoy is probably going to be watching this, or you know, like I said, he's probably watching Dexter's Lab and just grabbing some time off. You know, he's like, I can't be bothered. You know, next week he's going to go for his title shot and he's going to be ready, you know, to defend against one of these guys. And, you know, they're all playing out of their minds tonight, Charlie. You know, they all want that title shot today. Ooh, ducks that microwave and pays for it. Could have gone for a normal break, decides not to. Tries to walk Cassie down to the corner. He's having none of that. Instead, he will throw her one more time for his 10,000 throw. Attempts that it gets whiffed and again punishes Cassie for trying to step in. And wow, okay. I think Charlie Grooty's finding some sort of sauce with this walk right now, and I think he's, you know, about to close this one out. Let me not. Chris is only a real. Okay, that's it. I think that's it. And I was gonna say only a real master.
But no, Kung Lao's having none of those comebacks. Not today.
You can see he's gone back for the red attire, and I think that's kind of seems to be the formula here for winning, because whatever outfit he went for in the previous match, Cassie just thought, no, Kung Lao, you look a bit... Whoa, sorry, I have to be interrupted there, because I've just seen a perfectly executed, flawless block coming through there from Grooty, so Grooty's kind of just up the level, up the ante there by another 100 points. And trying to close out this game number 7 it is.
Right.
He has him in the corner here.
And he throws him right back in the corner. He says, you will stay in this corner, ma'am. You are not going anywhere. Checks over the down 3. She does not respond. Grooty says, fair enough. Let me throw you right back in the corner again. You need to stop blocking. Cassie jumps out of that. And Grooty, no doubt, will try and throw her right back in the corner as he tries to advance next to her. Oop, that guy called it. Lei doesn't punish it, but Grooty going for the throws one more time to put it in the corner to apply some more pressure, Charlie.
Still has Lau in the corner here. I wonder if we're going to see a grab coming. No, he's now mixed it up with the forward kicks.
Mind games. Yeah.
Okay, fatal blow territory for both these guys. It's anybody's round.
Absolutely.
Is it going to be Grooty? Is it going to be Lai? It's going to be Lai with a back throw this time. Leveling up. They are dead even right now. 3 games apiece, 1 round apiece. This is anybody's game.
Absolutely.
Okay, starting off with a hat toss there, which connects. Raw gunshot connects from Cassie as well. Funny enough, Grooty backed up there for some other reason. He got into that space where he could do some damage. He decided to back up.
Yeah, like I don't get why he decided to do that. And again, Grooty now going to spam the throws. I don't know if he knows that if it's working flawless block, or was that a get up counter, or was that a flawless block?
That was a get up counter. It was a wake up.
Counter. Okay, cool. Wake up. Okay, cool. Fair enough. So good call on that. Oh, and snipes her out of the air, but throws his hat. But Grooty with the life lead, slight life lead, and Lei looking to chop that out. Grooty trying to walk into the corner backwards as Cassie comes in and boom, that's it. Oh, crushes his nuts, makes him think about his flying errors, his flying ways, and Lei looking to close this one out, and boom, that's it. I think for the first time in this match, Lei's now got the lead in the games.
He's got the lead indeed. He's on 4 games to Grooty's 3. So he needs 1 more game to advance to the finals, where he's going to face either the winner or face the winner between our next match, which is Will Bartness going up against Z the Janitor. But guys, it's only 4-3 right now. We've seen this game going back and forth, so Grooty can level this up, which is going to make it an absolutely interesting tiebreaker, because whoever Grooty is going to choose now, he's going to be locked into that character, and he's sticking
number 2
to the number 2 Shaolin, trying to make it the number 1 Shaolin, but taking Cassie out of this Fatal 4 tournament. But who knows? Who knows?
There'll be some people that might, have a, problem with what you just did right now, Charlie. Number 2 Shaolin. You know that Kung Lao fancies himself as the best of the White Lotus, so
well, you know
he may be the...
I think he's going to have his chance in the next installment of Mortal Kombat. I'm kind of predicting that now. Because the way MK11 ended was kind of saying, Kung Lao is going to be the protagonist in the next Mortal Kombat.
Absolutely. And deservedly so. I mean, the man's been there since MK2, and we've always loved the hat-wielding man. And Kung Lao, he's just so fun to play with. He's so fun to watch. And, Grooty's gone back into his throws, but you know what? Cassie's going to try to pull out of that. And, Grooty having none of that, trying to walk it down straight back in the corner. That's where you go, man. That's where you belong. Ooh, Cassie with a wake-up attack. And again, Grooty's wake-up attack blocked again. Cassie flips him into the corner. And, again, just looking to close this match out and apply pressure. Charlie, Cassie in the corner is a terrible thing to play against. So much stagger strings. So much to watch for, so much to mix up. She's an absolute nightmare. And you can see Grooty's now starting to actually sort of struggle with it, and he's brought out both of the hats in order to close his match out. Ooh, and he does so well.
That clipped Cassie, and he manages the forward 4 to close out that round. But like you were saying there, Lebo, when Kung Lao is stuck in the corner against Cassie pressure, you can actually see Grooty becoming quite uneasy trying to get out of there. So. But I mean, he managed to maintain his patience. They closed out that first round, and I think he'll be feeling really good going into the second round, hitting a couple of shots there.
Absolutely, and there he goes. She's in the corner. Oh, and that's it. Major damage coming. Oh no, Cassie breaks away. Grooty knows that the next time he gets an airborne, damage is free. Cassie throws her right back in where he knows he can apply a lot of pressure, and Lei looking to do exactly that and close this one out. He's going to need to close this one out to give himself some breathing room, and he does. Lei's at match point. Is he match point right now? Yep, match point.
Absolutely. So Grooty needs to call on all the power of the Great Kung Lao, the spirit of the Great Kung Lao, the Wuxi, the Shaolin monks. He needs to call on just about everybody at his disposal here, because going down in this round basically says goodbye to all the Africans watching him. But he's probably going to go down this round, so he's going to have to pull out all the stops here. So let's see if Grooty has what it takes to level this thing out. Okay, connects with the dive kick there.
No, he's doing this for the Order of Light. He's doing it for all the Shaolin monks that's probably watching this. He's got a KB loaded, Charlie. All he has to do is just throw her, at a back throw, and that's it. This could be GG's. But Lei's having none of that. He probably recognizes that, and once again has crushed Kung Lao's balls for the fourth time, in all these sets. I mean, now he's really got to be feeding him. He's got to be pissed. And this is it. Here comes the... that was risky F. Why would he do that?
Debo, you know what happened there?
What happened?
He was about 1 or 2 frames late on his punish.
And man, that's a terrible way to go.
He must have thought this is his round.
Right.
He saw the opening. He went for the forward 4. For some other reason, he was 1 or 2 frames late. So I think he was nervous, excited, all in one at the same time. But unfortunately for Grooty, Lai takes the set by 5 games to 3. But Lebo, that was an epic match.
Oh, that was a heated match. Grooty goes back. Back to the Order of Light, goes back to the Shaolin Temple, goes back to Liu Kang, dissing him one more time, telling him, you know what, you tried, but as you can see, this is why I am number one. This is why I am the best. But Grooty played so well. That match was fire. And you know what? So far, everything is going towards your prediction. Charlie, we thought we might see a potential upset. Grooty was leading with that upset. And, like you said, this is MK, anything can happen. And, Lei brought it back. And, he still, I guess he goes into what we'd call our winner set for tonight, where he's going to await the next matchup between Z, the janitor, who's probably bringing all sorts of mops today, versus Will Bartness in his size 12 Texas boots.
Okay, so Lebo, what I'm going to do now, before we get the next match underway, I'm just going to exit the Koth. I'm going to up my in-game volume just a little bit, because I saw some comments coming through in the chat that the in-game volume was almost, people could barely hear it. So I'm just going to up the volume a little bit. I'm going to invite you back into the Koth, and then we'll get the next contestants in, which, by the way, guys, just to remind you that this thing is not rigged. Our next match is going to be between Will Bartness and Z the janitor. So, guys, I'm going to be with you shortly. Myself and Lebo's going to keep you busy with some commentary while I'm getting the setup sorted out. So, Lebo, if you can just take over, get the guys involved, get them hyped, and we're going to be back shortly.
Absolutely. Well, chat, as you saw, that was our first game of the night, and that was between, Grooty, and that was also between Charles. So Charles probably going to take a break right now. As you can see, the next big matches are going to be between Will Bartness, Uncle Will, as he's popularly known, Big Willie style. He's going to bring out his size 12 Aaron boots, to try and fight against Z the janitor. Z the janitor, no stranger to the scene, no stranger to Will Bartness either as well. Both of them, played each other inside out, and right now they're going to be, duking it out to see who's going to play against, Show. So I'm going to ask you guys in the chat, what are your predictions at? Where you guys, leading towards? So can I get a 1 for Z the janitor and his mop, and can I get a 2 for Will Bartness? You see who's going to be taking this. We know that, exactly. That was Sweaty Palms. Tando, well played, buddy. The Shaolin is proud. You did put up your best foot. Okay, we got a couple of ones coming in. Panda, that's not fair. You got to get a 1 or 2, buddy. Oh, okay. Okay, so we got a couple of ones lining up as well. So it looks like, a lot of favor for Z. Will, oh, man, you better bring this out, buddy. You better come with the show out. But I'm expecting that we're going to see a lot of Fujin action tonight. So that's what I'm kind of expecting. From Z the janitor, and probably a Garrus pick as well. If things go south. So we do know he's got that in the pocket. But I'm excited to see what Will is going to bring out for this title shot. But again, well played, everybody. Well played.
Cal, just sent you an invitation now, Lebo, so you should be getting it soon.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me check it out. Out of all these DLC characters, who have you kind of leaned towards to so far? Have you picked up any one of them?
Are you talking about the recent Aftermath update or DLC in general, all the way from one?
I'm talking about the DLCs. Which has been your favorite characters? Which out of the 3 DLCs? So I'm talking about RoboCop, Shiva, and Fujin. Have you played with any one of them? Have you kind of experimented? Any one of them your playing style?
I've played with all of them. I've tried Shiva out first because she just looked fun, but I found it to be quite boring with that Shiva stomp or that Shogun stomp, because to me it's just inconsistent. Sometimes you can avoid it, sometimes you can't. It's a guessing game, so they'll probably adjust the move a little bit, probably nerf it just a little bit. So I stopped playing Shiva. I tried RoboCop, and the initial sentiments I had about RoboCop stand true. Get the fuck out of Mortal Kombat. It's as simple as that. Get the fuck out of Mortal Kombat. Go back to OCP and to New Line Cinemas and wherever the hell you come from. But don't infest our game with your bullshit.
You know what? Charlie, you hit it on the nail.
Since Mortal Kombat 9. The worst Mortal Kombat character since Mortal Kombat 9.
Well, I think since the entire history of the Mortal Kombat, to be honest, I'm just not a fan of RoboCop. Like he's I just don't see how he actually fits into any of the game styles at all. I don't see how he fits into into Mortal Kombat universe or world. But I mean, I guess that's them, trying to bring, Warner was trying to bring one of their cult classics into the game, and some of it works and some of it just doesn't work. So like you and I were saying and agreeing earlier on, we don't want to see any Injustice characters in here. It's an NRS game, but we want to keep it Mortal Kombat. MK8, like I said, I think for me was the worst Mortal Kombat, and I love MK, but I think MK8 was the worst. That DC crossover was nonsense. We don't need Scorpion going up against Superman or Sub-Zero going up against Wonder Woman. It's just like, what is it? So I thoroughly, did not enjoy that. And RoboCop, like I share your sentiment. Get out of here.
Just stay away. So RoboCop, not a fan. I picked up Fujin, the Cloud Walker variation. I absolutely love him. I love him to bits. He's got a unique style of Mortal Kombat. He plays slightly different to everybody else in the cast. I think he's everything that upgraded Jackie should have been.
Right. I think the Cloud Walker variation, though, and I don't know how you're doing with it, but I've tried experimenting with it. It's tricky getting optimal combos, especially that Hurricane launch that he has.
Yep.
I can't seem to work it. It looks like it takes a ton of practice. He's great to watch. He's fun to watch. I've watched a lot of the pros play with Fujin, and he's just so exciting. He's a great addition to MK, and about damn time, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's quite interesting that you asked me the question when you did, because I'm loving Fujin right now. I haven't mastered the timing of his combos, but what I can tell you is, you're talking about the pros that you've watched and how fun they make him look. Watch Z, the janitor, if he plays Fujin tonight, because he's going to show you exactly what Fujin is all about. If he brings Fujin to the table. So, Lebo, I think I'm ready. I'm sure you guys are ready. If you can send those invitations out to Z and to Will, we can get the second match underway. And let's get hyped for this one as well, guys.
Absolutely. Chat, let's get hyped. Let's get hyped again. Chat, I only saw a couple of people comment, but we need to see where your money is at today. Number 1 is Z. Number 2 is Will Bartness. So far, Charlie, I think you kind of missed it, but with a couple of people in Z's corner, I think he's kind of winning at the moment. But, I'm trying to find out where the Will gang is, No love, no support for the man tonight. Don't understand it, but he may cause the upset.
Well, what he's going to be doing tonight, I can guarantee you, Lebo, he's going to be answering the question that's on everybody's mind. The question being, what is a Bartness? We're going to see exactly what the Bartness
I would
is
like
tonight.
to know.
And as you said earlier on, a Bartness is somebody who can kick the shit out of you with a size 12 Texan boot. That is
Right.
a Bartness. No Aaron gang
Right.
here.
Oh.
Jivan
See
obviously
what's
saying,
happening.
you know what, I'm going to mention it on Combat Africa because I think it needs to be mentioned.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to host a Salt Series match on Combat Africa.
Absolutely.
And I tell you why, because there's somebody in chat, he knows exactly who he is, that's been asking me for a Salt Series match for about 6 weeks now. And my excuse is always, you know what, I can't stream and play at the same time. So if somebody can please host, or even, you know what, even better, I will allow somebody to stream on Charlie Wolf Gaming Salt Series, and we can just host a match between myself and Mr. Jivs and just lay the record straight once and for all. Mr. Jivs, I am waiting for you. I'm not ducking. I'm right here. And whenever you want this match to happen, let's bring it on, Jen. Let's just bring it on.
I'm pretty pumped for it. And you know what? I'm glad that you actually responded to the call. So we can't wait to see how this match is going to unfold.
So Shogun is already saying he'll host it on Combat Africa. So, Mr. Jivs, there you have it. Combat Africa, we'll set the date. I know it won't happen next week because we've got the title match next week between Grooty, Killjoy and the winner of this tournament. So it's happening. It's in the diaries. The Combat Africa guys will make sure that this happens. And we'll see Mr. Jivs going up against Charlie Wolf once and for all in the Salt Series.
And I can't wait. I can't wait, Charlie. And you know what? I can't wait to see you bring your Fujin and your Kano.
Well, maybe you can ask Mr. Jivs what my Fujin is capable of against him. He can answer it for you in chat. I don't think he will.
Oh, in chat? Well, Mr. Jivs, you better speak up, buddy. You've been called out.
No, he's calling me out there, and he's thinking I'm not going to call him back. So, Mr. Jivs, I'm waiting for you. Shogun has already said he's going to host it on Combat Africa. Let's make this happen. And he wants Ngoni on commentary. Let's make it happen.
We can't wait for it.
Mr. Jivs, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Well, this is it. Is this going to be a first to 10?
No, it will probably be a first to 5.
Okay.
Depending, it could be a first to 7 as well. It just depends on what the guys at Combat Africa decide. But first to 5 is normally how the Salt Series works. And we'll keep it exactly that way.
Okay. So I've just sent out the invites once again to Will Bartness and to Z the Janitor. They should be receiving it any minute now. And you know what? I'm really happy. Charlie, we've got 40 Africans in chat tonight. They're pretty hyped. They're pretty excited. You know, they're all watching their favorite fighters go at it. They're all excited and keen to find out who's going to be taking the title shot against Killjoy. Killjoy, you know, probably watching again these matches pretty closely to see whose contender is going to be. And so, you know, this is one of those legendary nights, and we can't wait to see the outcome of tonight.
Well, I see Killjoy in chat right now, so he's watching this with Beta. He's thinking, no, I need to make sure that I've basically downloaded everything there is to download about any of these 4 fighters tonight.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, I mean, Killjoy. And guys, please, on Thursday at 6:30 South African time, Killjoy is going to be interviewed by the 27th best Africa or
Night Wolf.
I
think isn't 23rd?
Well, he jumps between 23, 27. I see Will Bartness has joined the lobby. But there's going to be an interview between the Sheldon or Sheldon. We all know Sheldon.
Yes, we
going
do.
to be interviewing the one and only AI Killjoy this Thursday on Sheldon's YouTube channel at 6:30 South African time. Guys, please, if you are tuned in tonight, please tune in. It's a not to be missed interview between one of the best personalities in MK11 Africa or MK Africa, FGC Africa, and one of the top players in the African scene in AI Killjoy. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Please do not miss that. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Show your support to Sheldon. Show your support to Killjoy. And just, you know what, let's just keep growing by however means necessary. Keep growing the African community. Keep growing the African FGC. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And Jivan's already saying he's absolutely hyped. I would be more hyped right now if I could see Z, the janitor, bring his mop into the lobby right now. Because the guys in chat, all 41 of them, thank you so much, guys, for your support. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. If you have subscribed to the channel, just just remove the chat so that you can get the option to hit the like button. Hit the like, really show your support to the FGC Africa movement, and just keep showing your support as you do week in, week out. We'll bring you content as often as we can, and all we hope to see is that you guys continue to just support and grow the FGC in Africa. So guys, just a big up to you, all 40 of you that are in chat right now. I see Alamac, I see AK Slay, I see Z the janitor is in chat, but he's not in the lobby. Z, get your mop ass in here. Donovan.
Hey, buddy. We try to, you know what, Z, I've sent several requests to Z and it's not popping out. So I'm going to send him another friend request and see if we can join through there. I know he's been telling me he's got his mop ready. He's excited. He's pumped. He's ready to take out these size 12 Texan boots. You know, Z is keen. Z is live. Z is going to be with us any moment now, folks. So please do not go away. Z just came in to come chat, say what's up, show his love. And then after that, you know, he's going to be on screen right now, Charlie.
That's perfect. Lebo, while you waiting for Z, I'm just going to get some liquid refreshment. So I'm going to just be away for about a minute or so. I'll be back shortly.
No problem. No problem. What will be going on over here in chat? Let's see. Look who we got. Charlotte Blaze. What's up, fam? Oh, we got Lucky 777. Man, everybody's been asking about you, Lucky. Welcome to the Coliseum. You know, hopefully we see a lot more of you soon as well. We got Rodney, we got Andrew, we got Andy. Okay, so I've just sent out this invite once again to Z. Hopefully he's going to pick that up. And okay, he's now finally joining. The janitor is ready. He's got his mop. You know, he's going to be pumped. So, you know, we can't wait to see how this is going to go. But yeah, great to see you guys coming through and watching and, you know, and supporting the community. You know, that's what this is all about, guys. And so, you know, we can't wait to see, you know, how this night, you know, turns to play off. Already, you know, games have gone Lay's way. So, you know, we said bye to Tondo, but, you know, we can't wait to see what's going to happen here. Okay, so we got Z the janitor and Will Bartness, who are getting ready to start this off. Charlie will be with us shortly, and we're able to get this thing going. Okay, so, wow, RoboCop needs a combo variation. It does have plenty of combo variations, in my opinion. They may not be optimal. They may be like more like Cetron in terms of damage, but I mean, definitely stacks up and adds up. So I think he's got a combo. AK Slayer, I think RoboCop does have an overhead starter. That does juggle up. I can't remember what it is, but he does have a low and a overhead starter. Okay, well, the game's gonna get started, folks. And so it's Will Bartness versus Z the janitor. It's a first to 5. It's a single elimination. So whoever loses, you know, in the first to 5, that's it. They're going home. So Z the janitor picking up, you know, the Cloudwalker variation as we expected. And starts off with a juicy KB in Sub-Zero's face. Lindquake cannot be happy about this. Sub-Zero is still trying to, you know, ask Frost out on a date, so that is not the right way to go with his face getting smashed in. Z comes with another KB. Oof. And it looks like, you know, he finishes off with 250 damage of 25%. I think this is probably going to close out the round. Oh, okay, just. Okay, so Will's going to go straight back to his corner. You know, kind of get the ice level up from his hands. I think that was his icebreaker. So, you know, he's ready to get this going now. Z sliding in and, oof, again, shenanigans starting. I think that's a mid, but once he gets in, it's a wrap. Z trying to pull in. Oof. That's a questionable decision right there by Will Bartness. So I'm not so sure if Will plays too much of Sub-Zero. And chat, you're going to have to help me out here. I've always known it was there in Black Main, so clearly he's picked up Sub-Zero tonight. And I think he just might be getting into the swing of things. But Z, again, with his juicy Fujin, looking to close this out pretty quickly already. He's got the life lead, and, you know, Will was already in Fatal Blow territory. Freezes Z in his tracks, literally in the air. Comes with the shenanigans, the overhead. Once again, oof. He's not blocking it, but he's probably looking for the counter, trying to snuff that out. And that could have been the point where you could have closed it out, but he's going to try and zone him out while his big-ass ponytail is just floating in the air. Okay, Z comes with a jump kick. That's it. It's GG's. It's thanks for coming. And Z takes that first match with the foot sweep, and it's gonna go to Fujin, our wind guard, our last airbender, our Naruto incarnate. You call him whatever you want, but Z takes that first game, and he's up against he's up against Will Bartness 1-0. So this is probably gonna take some time for Will Bartness to go back to the drawing board, kind of think about his options over here and see whether he's going to stick with Sub-Zero, and looks like he does with the Avalanche variation. So clearly, once again, he's seeing something that we haven't seen at the moment. And he's going to try and at least equalize or, bring this back. And obviously, this is, first game's kind of shaking up the nerves, kind of sussing each other out. And again, Will's probably seen some that we haven't seen. Fujin, Z is probably, is looking pretty sweet at the moment. 1-0, looking pretty comfortable. So, he's got that mob strand done.
Debo, I'm back. And I'm not sure if there was anything that happened in that first match that would have convinced you that the Sub-Zero pick is the right pick against a very...
you know what? I don't seem to agree with his Sub-Zero pick at the moment, Charlie. It's Sub-Zero's got a lot of great mix-ups. And I think, Will's probably trying to settle into it. We're definitely going to see the Texan come out, I think, if he drops this one. But so far, I think he was just trying to settle and try and find, try and clear out the nerves and air it out. But, Z the Janitor has grabbed the first one, and, I think he's obviously going to try and fancy his chances by trying to mix up Z with Sub-Zero, because Sub-Zero is all Mix City.
I think especially in the online environment, Debo, and... yeah, he's not doing too badly in this second match. He's probably going to close it out here with a KB, or with the fatal blow rather. So I think this closes out the round here. Yeah, I think that's going to kill surely. Oh my God.
Ooh, just short. He doesn't want to be in that position, and chips him out. Chips him out, which was pretty clever.
Used a bit of meter there, but I mean, he's got the round, so I think that's more than he could have asked for. Great anti-air there by Z.
Knocked him out the sky, just with a bucket of just flesh. Just, Colosseum beast, intestines just being, thrown into this Elder God's face. And Z having none of it. Oh, and that is combo punishable. Oh, I don't know if Will... Yeah. He didn't take it out. Yeah. They're gonna check each other. Comes with the overhead, because traditionally a lot of players just block low, and which is where Sub-Zero becomes dangerous, of course, if you don't know where he's going to be going. Both of his moves, to be honest, Charlie, both his low and his overhead is extremely quick. He's an all-around great character to have, to be honest. And I suppose it's all going to come down to character loads and whether you enjoy playing with him. I wish, it looks like you said, he's Will's kind of finding his footing once again with Sub-Zero. Ooh, that's it.
That was
the elements of the wind beat out the elements of ice.
Some surprise factor that Fujin brought to that round closing there, because cancelling the cloud walk straight into the low, into a fatal blow. I don't think Will was prepared for that.
No, definitely wasn't. Well, definitely wasn't prepared for that. And it could be down to matchup knowledge and so forth, but he clipped him with that, and he closed out the round. Anyway, Sub-Zero looking to again, probably pissed off that he could have had that round. He's gonna try and close this out. He's coming ferociously at Z the Janitor. Z trying to find a way out of this corner, and he does by again just running out as he does, just walking on the sky. And now he's put Sub-Zero in the corner, which isn't a particularly good place when you're fighting against Fujin.
Right anti-air there. I think what particularly impressive about that particular anti-air there, Debo, is that both these characters are close to death. And I'm sure that jumping would have done the world of damage to Fujin, but he managed to still find the confidence to get that anti-air. And as a result, he's closed out that game number 2. Suddenly, 2-0 lead. So Z the Janitor meaning business here. And I think we're probably going to see the Texan come out, surely.
Absolutely. We're going to see the Texan has to come out now. Surely he has to bring him out. He's got to go back to the Wild Wild West, get the cheap knockoff Billy the Kid, Butch and Sundance, whatever you want to call him, Aaron Black Incarnate. And, he's got to start firing his bullets, going to bring out his size 12 Texas boots, put it straight into the gut of this Elder God and show him what time it is. He's got to bring out the guns. And looks like we're both wrong because he's gone immediately back to Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I must be honest with you. I don't necessarily agree with this.
Nah.
Yet again.
Yeah.
There was a couple of moments where he could have closed out that particular match before this, but just the general level of play, he doesn't look as comfortable with Sub-Zero as what he does with Aaron Black.
No, he doesn't. And you know what's surprising, Charlie? This is a title match. You want to bring your number ones, not your pockets. You want to bring the one that brings it, that brings the pain for you, the one that you're well known for, not the person you've been experimenting with. And credit to Z. He's kind of been playing. Once Fusion kind of came out, he kind of latched onto him, so you can see the work he's put in, the many hours of labbing, the no life he clearly has got from playing so much Fusion. But he's doing so well with them, and you can tell that Will is struggling to even get in. So it might even be a question of matchup knowledge against Fujin as well, Charlie.
I think so, and I mean, even in the first two games, especially in game number 1, it did look like I think Will might, or rather Z might have actually been preparing for an Aaron Black matchup. So the Sub-Zero match was almost a bit of a surprise to even Z the janitor.
Absolutely.
It took a little bit of time to get into the match, but I mean now it looks like he's one-way traffic here, and I mean he's going to bring out not just any mop, but it looks at this point in time at least like he's going to bring out one of those flawless pros, one of those really expensive mops here just to lay it out against Will Bartness here, because we're looking completely out of sorts right now with the Sub-Zero player.
Oh, absolutely. He's brought the family-sized can of whoop-ass mop today, and he's, sparing no expense with that KB, just breaking Sub-Zero's ribs, telling him that there's an Elder God and just shooting him with his, crossbow to try and close out this match. And, Will's going to be thinking all sorts as he just gets spun round the world he goes and gets all of his bits just blown to pieces. I tell you who's happy to see this is Frost, This is what she's always wanted to do to Sub-Zero, and so, she's probably thanking Fujin at the moment. And, Fujin just hovering, just showing his dominance, Z showing his dominance, that, Sub-Zero is really not the pick for this right now. So, you know what? This might be the time for Will to channel all the Aaron Blackness that he's got in him, for him to channel the Bartness out of Aaron Black and start firing shots at Fujin tonight, Charlie.
Yeah, I think he needs to just go into his PlayStation, put in a bit of Rocksteady's Red Dead Redemption, get the cowboy and get back to Mortal Kombat 11 here, because he's gone back to the Sub-Zero pick, so...
I guess this is it, this is game 4? Game 4, going really quickly. So he's at match point, he's locked into Sub-Zero, and I suppose this is it. This is what we're looking at. It's going to be the Lin Kuei versus the Elder God, Raiden's. I guess, is this lesser brother or greater brother or just equals? We never know, but
what I can tell you is that Sub-Zero freezes and Fujin blows, but I mean that's just discussion for another time.
That's what we're expecting over here, and clearly looks like Will is freezing up, and and again just Z the janitor just running all over the screen and just bringing the pain with all the tools he's got. I mean, he's taking Sub-Zero all across the world, showing the Lin Kuei need to go and remaster their art of fighting, of ice, of everything. I mean, he is walking all over Sub-Zero right now.
I'm really struggling to see what is it about Sub-Zero in this particular matchup that Will Bartness thought this is the right character for this matchup, because everything, especially since game number 2, everything I'm seeing is like, it's like a Ferrari going down a one-way track. It's like on the autobahn in Germany, going at 200 miles an hour, one direction, and it doesn't seem to be stopping here.
You know what? And that's it. It's a wrap. And this went a lot quicker than our first set of games. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to make out of it. It's just something that I probably wouldn't do. And I don't know what he did see in Sub-Zero. But you know what? At this point in time, like you said, Charlie, like you and I both said, this is Mortal Kombat. Anything could happen. We could see a reverse 5-0. We just don't know. And I guess not. And he's dead. Yeah. That's it. Well, GG's. That was quick.
There's still one left. There's
still one left. Okay. Well, maybe that's it then. Maybe this is where we'll see the change, Charlie.
You know what? if Will does make the change and Aaron does get a game on the board, I'm sure Will be asking himself, why didn't I just?
Yeah.
From the start. So
from the go.
I'm thinking he's probably going to stick to Sub-Zero. I actually don't know. I mean, I've been wrong on each of the last 3 predictions so far with regards to this match. So I'm actually not going to say anything and just see who's in it. No, he's gone for Sub-Zero again.
Okay.
So,
we don't know better. Charlie, this is why you and I, 8 o'clock on a Tuesday, you and I are commentating and not, behind the pads as, the top 4 in Africa, part of the top 1%. We're not part of that crowd, clearly. So they've seen something that we haven't seen. And Will's probably seen something. Maybe he's grabbed some confidence right now. Maybe he's shaking off the ice. Maybe, this was his plan all along. Just get Z's confidence up and bring it back with the 5-0.
Based on everything I've seen in the last 4 games, I don't expect this to go any other way but a victory for Z. I haven't seen anything from Sub-Zero and onward, so it even suggests that this is going to be a potential turnaround here.
No, not at all. And he's already down 70% of his health, and Z is just relentless. He does a fatal blow that just whiffs, I can only think, Charlie, that this is just desperation at this point to try and close this out or just try and get some breathing room. And Z is having none of that. He's just floating. He's walking. He's using the sword, the crossbow. He's sliding. He is just all over Sub-Zero. I mean, he definitely needs to have a talk with his Sub-Zero after he's done. Okay, so he jumps in, cancels in that airwalk. This time he doesn't. Capitalizes in the corner. Goes for the float. Will breaks away, but catches the throw for his trouble and knocks the wind out of him once again. Tries to get up with wake up buttons and he repeats the cycle all over again. Wash, repeat, rinse, mop. That's the cycle today. Wash, repeat, rinse, mop. That is all Z's going for, and he is just ready to go ahead and play against Show. This was warm up for him clearly, and it looks like he's going to close this out fairly convincingly, Charlie.
Disappointed by the way this match went because I mean, in fairness to him, I think coming into a competition like this, he would have at least want to put on some sort of show. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and an absolute mopping.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Go fly a kite, he says to Sub-Zero.
Literally, go fly a kite. He's calling friendship, but this is the new fatality. It's teabag friendship. That's what the fatality is nowadays today. Charlie, that's what the kids are putting out. So I don't know what to say except that like I said, and like you said, we're probably going to be disappointed by how this match turned out. All of us thought that he was going to come with a little bit more heat, and bring out his size 12 Texas boots, his 50 caliber gun, his hat and dynamite to try and blow Z away. But the wind blew him away instead.
Yeah, no, complete hurricane that took place there right now. Unfortunately for Will Bartness, we're saying goodbye to him. I think
Z stayed there. Yeah,
I think Z will stay there. But before we get into the final label, maybe just give Z a minute or two just to compose himself, get mentally prepared for the threat that is Lai. I'm actually just going to be loading something onto my OBS as well, just to show the audience what they're looking at right now. Because I think this is important to actually just show this. So let me just get this set up on my stream so that I can get the next match underway. So I'm going to go into the break screen for now. Just give Z a couple of moments to compose himself, prepare himself for the final, essentially. I mean,
definitely. But he's probably hyped. He's probably excited. He's warm. That was one mopping that went well in his way, well in his favor, 5-0, and I mean he was not playing. In the end, he was playing, but he definitely put on a serious hat there. So, wow, I think Will's probably going to watch this back and have a couple of thoughts of his own about what he could have done better. But we move on to our grand finals for tonight. Everybody, thanks for staying on. We hope you've enjoyed the games. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. We love your support. Hello, I don't know about your mic, but art department is saying that it just might be soft.
My mic is soft.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what art department is saying. I'm not sure. Leon, come get your guy. Oh yeah. That throw did hurt Javon. The wind is blowing that snowflake out of there. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Andrew. It's definitely true. Sub-Zero McFlurry.
So there we have it on screen right now, guys. The bracket, which has been updated. So Shogun in the first game went up against I'm Grooty. Shogun taking that by 5-3. Followed by the match that just recently finished now between Will Bartness and Z the Janitor. Z the Janitor dishing out the mop there, a complete whitewash, taking that 5-0 against Will Bartness. So the final of the Mortal Kombat Fatal 4 title shot, Battle for the Khan, is going to be between, as I predicted at the beginning of the stream, Lebo, if you remember.
Yeah.
Shogun
yes, you did.
Going up against Z the Janitor in tonight's final. It is a 1-5. And the winner of this match, as you guys should know by now, has the honor of facing the current African PS4 champion in AI Killjoy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what? These two have faced off before. They're no stranger to each other's play. You know they're going to both bring their best. You know they're not going to be fooling around, Charlie. And so we already know that Z's got a pretty strong Fujin from what he just showed us in terms of demonstration, and he's also got a pretty strong Garrus. Sho has just brought out his Subs OD, his version 3 of Cassie, which is obviously his long lost love from MK if I remember correctly. And yep, and he might even pick up Shogun. We don't know. Shogun got a lot of buffs, and we would love to see a Shogun fight come out. Shogun is so much fun, to watch, and we see some of the pros in the form of video games. We've also wielded Shogun, and he just looks so good. And now, okay. Apparently I am loud. So my mic, I guess my mic is still not yet fixed, Charlie. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not sure.
And apparently, yeah.
I think it might also be the changing in the scenes on OBS. So when I switch to the games, it might sound a little bit different.
Okay.
So just before I get into the game screen, I just want to send a big shout out to Art Department. Guys in chat, if you are looking at the screen right now, you're seeing the wonderful artwork that the FGC community basically provides FGC Africa, Charlie Wolf Gaming with, just to make it as hype as possible. So Art Department, a big thank you to you for taking your time today to put together the bracket, the artwork. Absolutely fantastic, just adding to the hype. So what you see here, guys, just a big shout out to Art Department for just making the stream as professional as what we can possibly do. And like I say, we appreciate everything that you do for us, Art Department, and just continue to bring the hype and this excellent artwork that you bring to us each and every week. The Twitter feeds, the posts, the Facebook feeds, everything, the WhatsApp group communication. Just a big shout out to Art Department. Really appreciate it, buddy.
Great work as usual. We love to see people contributing to the community. And this is one of the ways. And again, thank you so much for your work out here. And obviously, this looks fantastic, and we hope to see a lot more, as we grow as a community as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of tournaments, Charlie, that we're starting to cycle around. Tomorrow is going to be, tonight pretty much is the eve of our Bloodsport tournament that starts off tomorrow. We've got about 40 competitors that's going to be playing in that.
Wow.
And we're going to stream the top 8, next week. So we got a lot of people that signed up, and AK Slay is a major contributor to putting that all together as well. So thank you, sir. And that's in the Fight Club group. So, you can definitely catch our top 8 stream next week. It could be top 16, but we're probably going to keep it a top 8 stream sometime next week for the finale of that. So it's 40 great fights. It's, already been put into challenge. We'll share the link, and, it's this is the way we grow the community these days.
Absolutely. And what you can do is, if you can maybe send me that link you're referring to, I'm going to put it in the video description. And the guys can access it from there as well. So, just big up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so listen, it's Fatal 4 tonight. We've seen 2 of the 4 people go down, and just so happens that there are 44 people watching right now. Absolutely fantastic, guys. So 4 seems to be the lucky number tonight.
Yes.
It sounds like the guys are ready. It sounds like Z the Janitor and Lie 333 are getting into this match.
Yep. And you know, the character pick, no strangers, we knew it ended up being Fujin versus Lay's Cassie Cage V3 that he's been using. So, you know, I guess again I'm gonna refer to your crystal ball one more time, Charlie, and ask who do you think is gonna take this?
Oh, this is a tough one, Debo. It was a much easier job to predict who we were going to see, but who's going to take this? It's very difficult to say. I'm not going to put my house on anybody this time around.
Probably a smart move, you know. You gambled once, you won, and you know the house always wins, but you know you just gotta keep it careful. So, but so far, you know, Z not looking too bad. You know, he's putting a lot of pressure onto Cassie, and that could have been a crushing blow. But Z opts to go for the combo instead. Cassie's gonna try and check him. With that, okay, so I guess Lei is learning from the throws from Tando, and he's not gonna, you know, accept any more throws anymore. He's gonna, you know, make sure that, you know, Fujin doesn't put any of his bloody Elder God hands all over her. But looks like Z looking to close this out, and he does.
I will not fail. Round two.
Okay, I won't call it convincing because there was definitely fight in there from Cassie as well.
Oh,
but,
for sure.
Obviously, great for whoever's taking the first round because just give them a sense of, okay, I can do this going into the next round.
Correct.
Okay, the wind crossbow, they just connecting with Cassie. Cassie's about on half life right now. Again, feeling the nuts of Fujin. Again, Cassie's feeling
once
rather
again
dirty,
putting
rather
a
naughty this evening.
You know, I mean, how dare she? Does she have no respect for an Elder God? How do you go around just, you know,
well, I can
smashing
give you
his
the
balls
answer to
in
that
like
one.
that?
You know, you ask about respect. I mean, come on, Lebo, she's a cage.
She knows no respect.
Absolutely.
What is that
After
word?
that.
Oh
Okay,
man,
so, I mean,
that's it.
if this
Closes
is
it out.
anything to go by, Lebo, this is going to be a very close match because 1 round apiece, game number 1. Doesn't look like there's any clear-cut winner from what we could see. I mean, a complete contrast to what we saw with Z's previous game with Z the Janitor.
Right,
and
absolutely.
Will Bartness rather. Nobody looking to be the clear favorite thus far.
No, not at all. But you know what? Just like you said it earlier on, Charlie, you know, this has just been going back and forth, and I think, you know, this match will be the sum of how the rest of tonight is going to go. It's probably going to be very close. We're probably going to get to, you know, a 4-4 situation, and you know, teabags. Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna show something here. I'm gonna show something here.
Okay.
Because that looked like a little bit of salt there.
Absolutely. You know, and I suppose, you know, he's gonna go ahead and teabag Lei and tell him, listen, you can't put your nasty ass hands on an Elder God's balls. You do not do that, okay? I'm gonna teabag that right in your face. You don't bring that. That is not allowed. Okay, so, you know, Z, you know, what the salt already. And this may go into run back. You know, we might see this in the Salt series, Charlie.
Well, you know, there's been such a demand for Salt series matches right now. And I mean, we even saw it in chat tonight, Lebo. So the Salt series, and you know, big up to Jivan, who actually called me out. He's the guy that actually coined the phrase, the Salt series. It started out on Steam. Started out on Steam. If you don't know, that's where I spend the most of my MK hours on, playing Mortal Kombat 11 on PC. So it started off on Steam. Right. We called it the Steam Salt series. It then evolved into the PS4 space as well. And now we're just calling it the FGC Salt series.
No, absolutely. You know what a great name to have for it, for the Salt series. A lot of people want to be a part of it. They want to have a couple of run backs. You know, no one is ever satisfied of getting beaten on screen, and they always want to run it back if they think they can take their opponent. So, Charlie, we started off this, and you know, Z is already knocked off 30% of Lei's life here already. So he's looking to be dominant all over again, and you know, he's going to knock the wind out of Cassie, and again pull her back in with it, walk the sky. Cassie trying to throw. Z. With a wonderful combo all over again, just walking all over Cassie, and this round is looking pretty free at the moment. I think Z's got full command of this round.
And now he's just patient, keeping his space, eventually going in, closing it out to the combo. Under the 11 damage on deck. Very convincing there by Z the Janitor.
Absolutely. Do we have a name for your Salt Shaker yet, Charlie? What are we looking at?
Well, there were a couple of names that came There was Salty Cracks. There was, Cerebos. There were quite a few. But nothing has been finalized yet, so you know what?
Okay.
We'll finalize that on Thursday, guys. Do not forget Thursday night Salt Series, 8 o'clock.
Can't wait.
Be there.
Can't wait. We can't wait, Charlie. It's going to be exciting. We can't wait. Okay, and you know what? And Z again, just trying to keep Cassie at bay. So far, you know, he's got the life lead at the moment, and you know, Cassie knocking into the corner. But the good, one of Fujin's great tools, Charlie, is that you know he can escape the corner anytime that he wants without foul. So you know, keeping this man caged is going to be something else altogether. But does go for the fatal blow after he replies with again another ball breaker. Says, you know what, Fujin, stay in your corner, stay caged. Let me bust your nuts.
And as you were talking about it, you know, stay in the corner. He just nicely walks his way out of it.
That's it.
That's Fujin for you. So unfortunately, like most characters who get stuck in the corner, Fujin can just nicely make his way out. Has just easily got a 70% lead in this particular round.
You mean 80? You mean 80?
80. Well, there we have it. And Live fighting back now with a down 2 crushing blow. Forces the breakaway there by Fujin. Unfortunately, does the unsafe stuff. Gets punished for his troubles. Gets the teabag.
And another teabag.
And he's gonna go fly a kite.
It's a Z-bag into a friendship. This is the new fatality. This is what happens.
Yeah, never mind teabag. That's the Z-bag. Absolutely.
It's a Z-bag into a friendship. So that's how they're rolling with it. Oh man, I tell you what.
Newsflash for you. In chat, we have the legendary league winner, Mr. Zaza himself. Zaza, welcome.
Oh my goodness.
The legendary
Zaza,
league winner
welcome.
is here. And I think maybe that's why Shogun or Light 333 is getting a little bit nervous right now, because he's down 2-0. Suddenly Zaza appears to remind him that, you know what, you couldn't make it in the legendary league series. And now you're facing Z. You're down 2-0. So they're rubbing salt on Lai's wounds right now, and unfortunately...
Oh, absolutely.
Well, look what we have on screen here, Lebo. Never mind Cassie. He's gone for the most broken character.
Jackie?
He's gone
my
for
God.
Jackie, but I do not think that this is the upgraded variation. This is variation 2. This is the one where he shoots all sorts of shit on the ground. You eat dot damage for the entire round, and before you know it,
dead.
You're dead.
You're dead. Yeah. That's pretty much how it works. And you know, there's been so much controversy, you know, about Jackie getting banned, Jackie getting nerfed, and so forth. And you know, this is a surprise pick. And I'll tell you what, AI Killjoy is going to be watching this very closely. Jackie's one of the players that he also mains as well. Though being a Cage fan, you know, this is definitely one of the other players he's been wreaking havoc with. I mean, that probably explains why he's got 2,000 wins and 0 losses at the moment on Combat League. But, you know, we'll see if, you know, Lai can bring this back. This is the first time he's done a character change, Charlie. And, you know, he's down 2-0, and he's no stranger to this, by the way. We saw that in the last match where he was down 2-0 against, you know, Tando's Shaolin and managed to bring it back. So we'll see if he's got the same comeback factor with Jackie, which she clearly possesses.
Z with the shenanigans there, cancelling the skywalk into the forward grab, keeps Jackie in the corner. Forces a breakaway. I'm not sure if that was the right thing. Unfortunately, he doesn't capitalize on that opening that he had there. Could have closed that combo out with a fatal blow. Unfortunately, goes down that round as well. Z, I must be honest with you, looking to bring the mobs here.
Well, he brought the mobs. He brought, you know, all kinds of mobs today. Family Can size, a Jackie size, a Sub-Zero size. He's got all the mobs in the stack. And, you know, he's not... You know, he's looking to go for this win against, you know, for this title shot so he can play against Killjoy. And so far, man, he is making sure that Jackie's life does not matter. He clearly does not care today about the movement, and you know, he is just going at it. But you know, this is Lei bringing it back. You know, and he's put you know, Z in the corner, which, as you said, Fujin always know how to get out of it. And you spread all that dot damage that you spoke about against Charlie once again to sack up. And ooh, comes with a fatal blow, and this could be it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. Oh man.
With some to spare as well.
Straight through the head. He's gonna bring the salt? No, he's gonna walk all over it. He's just gonna say, "Hey,
that is
look at me!
equally salt-inducing,
I'm walking
isn't
all
it?
over you. Hey, I'm walking all over you. Look at me, Jackie. Can you fly like me?" Terrible.
Well, I'm not sure if he got what he wanted out of that Jackie pick. Unfortunately, Lai down by 3-0 right now, and Will saying in the chat he needs 99 Rand though.
Will needs to go back to Sub-Zero school or Lin Kuei school or something. That's what he needs to do. He doesn't need 99 Rand. He needs to pay for classes on working on that Sub-Zero. that's what you need, Will. You don't need 99 Rand, fam. You don't need it, buddy.
Trolling
You don't.
says Killjoy Panda. So Killjoy in chat right now, watching in anticipation to see who between these two titans of MK11 he's going to be facing in next week's title match.
And you will notice that Jackie's picked, like I said, one of his, I guess, used or main characters, and which will be Jackie in the form of Jackie. So I think in terms of matchup knowledge, Charlie, I don't think if Lei makes it through with his Jackie pick, I don't think Killjoy is going to be surprised too much in what to expect from a Jackie pick.
No, but I mean, Killjoy, if I'm not mistaken, does play the upgraded variation more often than any of the other variations of Jackie that I've seen, at least. So I think fundamentally he should know everything there is to know about Jackie. I think the variation-specific moves, you probably might get one or two things here from Lai. I must be honest with you, I do not think that should Lai make it to face Killjoy, that Lai will pull out a
Jackie player.
No, I doubt
agree
it.
with you. Yeah,
He'll probably pull out the Liu Kang or the Johnny or the Cassie, but I don't think Jackie. And I think, if this is anything to go by, Jackie hasn't brought much success in this particular first setting.
Not at all. And we might see a character switch. That was almost flawless. And I think at this point, Lai's going to be thinking about this pick, Charlie, and I think he may, depending on the outcome of this match, may have to rethink his character choice. So far, Z just seems to have a big commanding lead all over him.
I think the difficulty for Lai at this point in time is if he should go down by another game, whoever he's going to be choosing in the next match, that's basically the character he's going to be locked into for the rest of the set. So,
correct.
You know what, if ever there's a time to win, now would probably be a very good time to win.
Absolutely. At least if he comes away with the win with Jackie, he's not too far down in loss or whatnot. Ooh. And Charlie, I don't know if you saw that, Charlie, but he just missed that hit confirm or that combo, and that's part of the problems with Fujin that I struggle with, is getting that win launch move to connect. And at times, once at a critical point like that, once it misses or whips, that's it. It's GG's.
So let's see, Z playing a little bit differently in this round here, trying to keep his spacing going, not going all out for the attack. But Jackie's trying to bring the pain here.
Okay, gonna try and spill some Special Forces goo straight from our guns. All over that Elder Guard.
Yeah,
Z
Johnny
just
Cage,
running away.
The mentor to Jackie Cage, watching from the background, they're saying, do this, do that, put out the ship on the floor, just try to get some damage away there. So he's looking as happy as he can be, Johnny, that smirk on his face, applauding Jackie there from the background. And I think it's working. I think that the Special Forces background seem to be giving all the Special Forces character a home ground advantage. But as I say that, Lebo, Fujin fighting back, gets the back grab, no crushing blow yet.
Oh, throws him out the corner.
But he manages
that was
to
surprising.
get it. So Johnny Cage obviously giving Jackie that inspiration she needed to close out that particular match. Lai puts his name on the score sheet eventually.
Johnny Cage saying, teabag him, do it, Jackie.
Yeah,
get him.
I think she actually deserved to do something there, just to remind Z, the janitor, that this is not going to be one-way street here.
Please don't bring your win gimmicks here, okay? Don't bring your win god nonsense here, okay? This is Jackie Briggs. My life matters. And like you said correctly, I think Johnny Cage, with the commentary in the background, definitely helped her, coach her to that win. So, Lai lights up the board. against Z, the janitor. So I think it's 3-1 at the moment.
3-1
So
indeed.
still some breathing room. Sorry?
3-1 indeed.
3-1, yeah. So I think some breathing room still for Z to kind of, flex around with his characters. I don't see why he should change against Fujin. Lai obviously locked in with Jackie just for this match. I mean, if he loses it, he does have one more pick that he can use against Z. But so far, Z looking very commanding with his Fujin Skywalker pick. Sorry.
And just a big shout out to the chat before we get this fourth or fifth game underway. Still, at this point of the evening, 40 plus people in chat right now. Absolutely fantastic support you guys are showing. Absolutely grateful. Really appreciate it. Z coming forward with the forward throw. Again,
and he's got a KB loaded.
The background is here again, so Johnny Cage once again has to play a part in this particular match.
Oh, for sure. And Z just missed that crushing blow, so I suppose if he had just committed to it, you'd have gotten the KB off that 114. And so here he goes again, walking all over the skies, and knocks Jackie right in the gut. Oh man, that's definitely gonna hurt. And just to remind you as well, Charlie, Z does have his crushing blow loaded for his throw, and Fujin has a crushing blow for both throws. So whether it's forward or back grab, they're both leading to a crushing blow. So I would expect that Z's probably going to save it to the next round. So far, he's got the special forces crew all over him. Walks out of there, and he's going to again watch his spacing to clear this match. Lai going to try and get in, and at this point, it's only a real master that can make this comeback. Z's having none of that, and I think he'll probably close this out.
No. Wait.
This could be commentator's cursed.
There has to be a crushing blow here. He missed it. Why didn't he just go and convert it sooner? I don't understand. It would have killed.
Yeah, and I know. I really don't understand, and I agree with you. The hit confirm, he should have done it a lot sooner. So I don't understand what he was. Maybe he was trying to go for optimum damage, but I wouldn't have done that. I would have just gone in for the fatal blow, knowing that would have killed in that region. He's gotta, he's clearly gonna think about this all over again. And that's it. Boom, arrow straight through the head. Thanks for your troubles, Jackie. And he's kind of leveled that with life. In fact, I think with that, it's given him the light lead. So he's just gonna walk once again all over and try and spam that card walk sword move.
Drops the combo, doing something that didn't seem to be the right decision there, Lebo. So I think the nerves might just be getting to Brandon at this point. He still has a very good opportunity to close out this round. But as big as the opportunity he has, Fujin probably with the same opportunity.
Sure. And that's it. Slides in Jackie's DMs, forces her to respond, and opens her up with a fatal blow, sword through the head. Again, Black Lives clearly don't matter here tonight, with Fujin just bodying Jackie. And, that's going to bring up Z 4 games to 1. And, in Z Talk, that's 4 mops to 1. So, this is it, man. This is not looking great. So I'm going to ask you again, Charlie. If you were a betting man, would you have expected to see this result?
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
Everybody will know that I am a huge supporter of Shogun. Yeah. And I'm not going to write him off until the very end. He's going to go for a Johnny Cage or a Liu Kang pick, surely.
I think so too.
Joker. That might be an interesting choice.
Oh, Joker has got a lot of staggers. He's got a quick one when he burns the money, and Lei's obviously gonna okay. Do you know which variation he picked for this one?
He chose the Ace of Knaves variation level, and
Ace of Knaves. Wow.
I think that's probably the right variation. I do know that Fujin is quite tricky, so Fujin's going to try to duck, dive, run, skywalk, whatever, out of all these setups that this particular variation of Joker does have at his disposal.
Absolutely.
So this is going to be an interesting match, but quite an interesting pick here from Lai. And let's hope he's going to do something with it, because he is locked into this particular pick for the rest of the set.
For sure.
If anything's going to happen, it's going to have to happen now.
Joker's one slippery character. He's taken, like you said, the Ace of Knaves, so he's got that, Jester in the box and jumping Jester and whatnot. He obviously went to Toys R Us to shop for all those things, and he's come back now. He's got a family-sized crate of dangerous goodies in his bag, including that makeshift Batman gun he's got. And there you can see all the toys busting out right now. So this might actually be the pick for him, Charlie. And he didn't commit to that fatal crushing blow that he had when he hit Z over the head. And this is it. This is Joker shenanigans 101. This is when he's deadly. He's so unpredictable, and boom, hits him over with a spiked hat, showing them he's got no respect for this Elder God.
I must be honest with you, from what I'm seeing here, Lai playing extremely careful, comfortable, keeping it safe, keeping it clean, keeping it neat. And I think as a result, he's taken that first round in this particular match. So far, I like what I'm seeing from this pick. Bit of lag coming into the picture here.
It's a good pick. It's certainly a lot better from what we've seen from the rest of the other picks. But you can't blame him. He is up against Z. Z is a monster. And he's at least gotten that one round under his belt. And from this point out, Lei is going to be fighting pretty much, against to keep the title shot in play, and he's got to win all of his games from here on out.
I see Alamek in chat asking for nerfs to take place for both Joker as well as for Fujin. So I'm not sure what his issue is with both of these characters. I do know that one thing about Joker is extremely safe. He has a lot of pushback. Most of his things are safe. Not easy to punish him. But he has some gaps. He's 1-2-1. That last hit is a high, so you can duck that. So there's definitely some openings that if people are quite aware of the Joker matchup, they can expose. But Lai looking very comfortable. You need to be doing some sort of fatalities here, Lai, just to get under Z's head.
Yeah,
even though you won that particular match, you're still down by 2. The score is 4-2 right now. Still a bit of a mountain to climb here for Lai, but definitely started the climb in the right vein there, Debo.
Absolutely, and you know what? He probably is going to be thinking that he probably should have picked Joker first in his character selection. Cassie worked pretty well in the previous games, but over here you can see he's got a commanding lead, a commanding effort against a Z the Janitor against his Fusion. So, this was clearly the right pick straight from Gotham Central. Joker doing it for Harley, hoping she's watching, and he's gonna try and bring this back. And like I said, from this point out, Lai is pretty much gonna win every game going back, and they're gonna take to the Coliseum, for Kolo to watch, to Shogun to watch, for Cinder to watch. The entire Africa Coliseum is gonna be watching this tonight, Charlie.
Well, there's 46 people in the Coliseum right now, and I think everybody that's in here right now is obviously hyped for what's about to take place here. The score is 4-2 at the moment in favor of Z the Janitor, but as we saw in that previous game, still anybody's game as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. We're not gonna write off Lai, but Z's probably gonna shake the dust off and see if he can get behind Joker's box of tricks and all his toys that he sold from Toys R Us to make the game here tonight. And Z again running all over him, trying to get an opening. He does, misses that down too. Joker's gonna walk him down into the corner with his little boxing gloves that he's got. And it looks like Lai might be finding some sort of comfort level here, Charlie.
I'm not too sure just yet. I'm actually looking at the chat right now, Lebo, and I'm actually starting to understand why Will Bartness has gone for the Sub-Zero pick throughout that match, because based on what I'm seeing here in the chat, it seems as if Will Bartness thought that there was a loser's bracket in this particular tournament.
Oh,
that's going to kill. Can I tell you something, Lebo? That is going to kill.
Definitely. Look at the madhouse.
Let's see. One more.
Oh, that's just close. 47% though.
This is going to be heartbreak. This is going to be heartbreak, but nope. Lai keeps his composure, punches him in the dick, and closes out that particular round.
I tell you what. Okay, so he's got the crushing blow loaded. Escape failed. Oh, that's it. It's hit. So he's going to use that KB. And he's just got. Oh man, he's going to smash him with another KB, and just like that, 70% of Lai's energy is gone, and boom, another. throw outside of the corner, and it doesn't matter. Fujin doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he places you. He will get to you. Be in the corner, in and out of the corner. He's such a mobile character.
Okay.
This is it.
That closes it out for Fujin. So Z's on match point right now. So pressure on Lai to turn this match around.
Yes.
So guys,
You're gonna need all your spirit energy.
Okay, again falling victim to that crushing blow. Forces the breakaway there. Lai about 25% gone.
Yep. Gonna keep him in the corner here. This is where he wants to keep him, Charlie. As long as he's in the corner, he's gonna block out a lot of his tools and force him to whiff and force him to punch. And he's gonna try and capitalize on that. This is definitely Z's gameplay. And it looks like he's capitalizing on it. He's got about 20% energy left.
Yeah,
this combo could kill. Rest is it.
No, not yet.
Only a real master at this point. Charlie, I hope your boy's got juice, because at this point he's gonna need it. Oh, you're dead.
Punch to the
And you're dead.
D-bag, Z-bag. Runs to the other side to clean up the floor. Does a mercy? No, definitely not a mercy.
Nah. He doesn't have time for that. But he will fly a kite.
Fly a kite, absolutely.
Yeah. We'll fly a kite.
Friendship. Fujin wins.
Okay, so that's your fatal
next
4
week?
tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Charlie, I know there was an upset tonight because you didn't, you kind of felt that Lai might be the one to take this, and Z, who's obviously, very strong contender. I think your words were Titan, which I think is very accurate. Has, taken out Lai and, Killjoy at the other side of the door, waits Z the janitor to go on and try and take the title shot as our next Africa Khan. So well played to the both of them. GG's. Thanks for this, guys. Killjoy has already said if I lose next week, Z is wild. So he's really giving him his props, his respect. But again, Charlie, this has been phenomenal. Thank you for having me on this.
No, thank you for joining me. I mean, it's been absolutely fantastic, not just in terms of the commentary, which I absolutely love from start to finish. It's been absolutely epic being able to share the mic with you tonight, to bring the African community some high-quality Mortal Kombat 11 action. It's been absolutely fantastic. To all 4 of the participants, I have to just say a big thank you to you guys for putting on an absolutely tremendous show tonight. Z the janitor coming up tops there tonight with an epic victory over World of Bartness, taking it 5-0, and then in the finals taking it 5-2 over none other than Shogun himself. But Z the janitor is going to be moving on, advancing for his title shot against AI Killjoy in next week's edition of Combat Africa. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then speaking of thank you, a big thank you to all close to 50 Africans who were in chat tonight. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for all the likes. Thank you for the new subscribers if you subscribed tonight. Thank you for the support. Thank you for keeping the chat active. And just a big thank you to everybody. You know what? If it weren't for you guys in chat, we wouldn't be doing what we do week in, week out. So you are the reason that we do what we do. And, just keep it coming. We really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. To the community who contributes, Art Department, Parasurama, Mr. Jivs, Nevermore. I can't think of anybody else. Black Rebel Music Studios. Just thank you to everybody for doing your part to grow the African community. It's been absolutely fantastic. And to everybody who's taking part in the Salt series on Thursday, the 25th at 8 p.m. South African time. Be ready. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Unlike Combat Africa, where, there's a bit of gentleman behavior happening, the Salt series is all about micro bags, tea bags, turbo bags, Z bags, friendships, mercies, brutalities, fatalities, mid-screen tea bags, in-game tea bags, you name it. That's what the Salt series is all about. So guys, join us on Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. But before that, at 6:30 South African time, tune in to Shalzable's channel. He's going to be interviewing none other than next week's champion, who's going to be defending his title, AI Killjoy, 6:30 South African time on the Shalzable's YouTube channel. The links will be shared with you guys on the WhatsApp group, so please tune in and show your support to not only to Shalzable, but also to Killjoy as well. We always see the name on the PS4 ID. Now we're going to actually get to meet the guy himself. So guys, please tune in on Thursday, 6:30 South African time. Shalzable interviewing AI Killjoy. And then none other than a big, big thank you to the King of the North, the legend, this King of the North, Lebo. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you so much for your contribution to FGC Africa. And I can guarantee you are going to be commentating with myself on a very soon to coming upcoming edition of the Salt series as well. So please keep yourself ready for that. It's going to be absolutely hype.
Good. I can't wait.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then, guys, just a big thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next edition of FGC Africa next week. Title challenge, Z the Janitor versus AI Killjoy. Get hyped for that. Be prepared for that. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Guys, and with that, on that note,